Hey guys, it's Kelsey. I'm back with another scrapbooking process video, and this is the last 12 by 12 pattern paper that I have from this collection. So really kind of tricky this month because I was trying to get so many layouts done. I'm hoping to at least get 2 more this month out of this collection, so that'll be interesting. Seeing as this is my last 12 by 12, but I hoarded this paper the entire time. I love this paper. I really love the subtle rainbow print. But I also really liked it because it really reminded me of my dress. My dress is kind of this blush tone, and I really think it plays well off of this pattern paper. So I'm really happy I got it used up finally, but I did hoard it till now. But I have all of these scraps I've accumulated over the month, so I definitely want to do a lot of layers since I do just have a single photo on this page. And then you can also see that gold cut file I have pulled into the left there. That's one of the ones Lisa sent me. It says Mr. and Miss, and I have a whole bunch of like doodly gold heart clusters I want to pull in as well as embellishment. But I already know that's going to be my title. I've been hoarding that die cut for this page because this is where you may kiss the bride and Marcus and I give each other a smooch, and so I really thought this would be the perfect page to kind of put the Mr. and Miss on because it's official at this point. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I really don't have a plan as far as trying to get a lot of these scraps used up in some fun layers. So I did matte my photo in white. I'm going to use this floral as the first mat just because it was already kind of the size that I needed. And then I'm just going in with a couple other scraps to create some interesting irregular layers, which I think is really fun. It adds a lot of interest. So I have a pink scrap running up vertically on the right side. I have kind of a square quilt scrap from that one pattern paper. Now I'm trying to figure out how to do a decent sized layer in this blue with still salvaging as much as I can from my favorite pattern, which is that bluey green. So I'm still gutting bits and pieces. Like I said, I'm still trying to get at least one more layout out of this collection, hopefully 2. So I'm trying to save little bits as I go. But that's kind of what I'm thinking. I just want to do some interesting mats, get some of these scraps used up, but also try to hoard more of the bluey green one since I love that paper. But just gluing everything down pretty much how I had it. That quilted paper has a lot of the craft supplies motifs on it, so I'm just trying to figure out a way to layer where most of that's covered, and so I don't get distracted by unrelated motifs. Again, gutting a section of that to maybe use on another page. Yeah, just gluing all these things down. All of this is kind of my normal layering, so it's not too much. But I do kind of run into issues when I'm trying to figure out how to use the green layer just because I am trying to be so frugal. So you'll kind of see. I like where it's laying and having that kind of long vertical, horizontal looking mat. So I'm trying to use the weird shape that I already had from gutting my previous layout and try to save what's covered. So it's a lot. This is kind of a headache to watch me figure out how to do it, but in the end I'm happy because I needed all of these other bits for my next layout. So I'm just trying to figure out how to get the size I need. Yeah. I think I'm almost done though. It's a lot. But yeah, after this I think I glue down Lisa's cut file. I don't have a ton of embellishment left. I do want to make sure I use some more word stickers. Really, I'm surprised I have so much chipboard left over towards the end of the month because I really love dimensional embellishment, especially when you get a very paper-based collection that's all flat. And so I'm really surprised I had as much chipboard towards the end of the month as I did. So I'm definitely going to try to get some more of those pieces used up too. But you can see I love where this title is. I really want it to be, you know, the main event on this page. I love this little cut file. So I'm just nestling it into the corner of one of those layers. I'm using my Tombow Mono Multi to glue it down. And I think that adds a really nice focal point for this page. I love that. And now I just need to figure out how to tie it into the rest of the layout. It kind of comes out to the right here with nothing else connecting it to anything. So I'm thinking I will pull in some of those heart cut files that Lisa also sent me to help connect it to the rest of the page. So I'm gutting again I knew I was going to gut this paper too because I love it so much. So I'm just gutting where my photos are going to sit so I can save that paper again for the next layout. I'm just going to matte the whole thing in this black just so that gap is covered and stability and all that. But yeah, I'm excited about using Lisa's cut files. I feel like I've got a lot of use out of them for wedding stuff. I still have a lot too, but I definitely want to use a lot of these big important sentiments for the ceremony layouts, and then the Mr. and Miss Cherry one she sent me I can use throughout kind of the after photos when we're together in like downtown and stuff, which I think will be sweet. I'm just gluing all those layers down. I know that's where my photo and all that stuff's going to go, so I committed and stuck it down, and now I think I'm going through her other goodies to pull in these other little heart bits. So I liked the idea of having these hearts in opposite corners and creating that diagonal look because it kind of, the page was already lending itself to that kind of look. And then I was thinking I could have some of these word stickers in each cluster kind of tying together. And I love this little embellishment cluster beneath the title. I did want a like actual embellishment cluster other than the die cuts. So I pulled in one of the tickets, another piece of Ronnie's frame that I saved from another page, and another chipboard piece. So I'm just layering that up together in this little cluster here below the title. And I really like how all of this is looking. You'll see once I glue down the heart cut files and trim off the overhang that's running off of the page. I also try to use those scrap pieces of the cut file to add a couple more hearts here and there. So you'll see that in a minute too. But I really liked this cluster I started building, so I'm going to go ahead and stick it down. That may be, I think that's my last ticket ephemera bit too, so happy I got all those used up as well. But yeah, the passion and the for you I thought were both appropriate because we're doing our married smooch. And then I'm doing I'll add a couple more word stickers as we get going, but I'm just going to glue down all these hearts so I can kind of figure out my next step. And I am okay with those hearts overhanging some of these layers just because I thought it would be weird having them cut off behind them. And I think that helps connect the photos and the layers to the rest of the page. So I'm going to trim off the overhanging sections here in a second. And then I'll try to reuse some of these bits that you'll see. The third heart in the bottom cluster almost completely was saved, so I'm going to definitely get that on and try to add another extra little heart coming out from the photo. And then the corner of a heart from the top cluster I add into the bottom left-hand corner just to add, it looks like another little heart down there that was running off the page. So I always like to do that with my cut files if I can, just to add more to the page. So got those on there. I like how that looks. I think I go in with the word stickers next. I'm trying to remember. I think I go in with my word stickers next, but I'm glad I got all the chipboard pieces that I did used up. There's so many word stickers on that sticker sheet still that I'm going to try to get a good bit of them on here. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I was just staring at it, but there's definitely some word stickers I think are appropriate for this page. So I'm going to add the one that says kisses to the top cluster because we're kissing. And then I'm going to add a couple to the bottom corner just to tie in the idea of having these word stickers and word embellishments on top of these heart clusters, just so it kind of mirrors the top one a little bit. So I am doing the sweet and the your touch in the bottom cluster, so I think that's sweet too. And then I wanted to do some finishing touches. I do go in with some Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine, but I wanted some gold embellishment, and my Nuva Drops in Gold is kind of a different toned gold, but I did have these puffy stickers that kind of look like enamel dots. So I go in with those instead and use the whole row of gold just to splatter some gold dots around the page, and I think that looks really nice, especially once I add the gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine, because they just look like big juicy gold droplets, which I really like. But I think we're almost done here. I am messing around a little bit with gluing some stuff I think was kind of loose, and I need to do the Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine, but this was pretty much it. So this was another really fast page, but I'm really excited what I got used up. I think it's really fun. I can't wait until the layout share when I get to flip through all of these pages back to back, because I really feel like there's one special element on every page that I've done, and these cut files for this page I think were just perfect, so I was really happy I got to use them up. But here are the close-ups. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.